Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to strongly suggest that you stick around from beginning to end in this video. I am going to give you some banger information, more banger information with regards to Tingyun. There's some things that I just discovered that are absolutely huge that I feel the community needs to know about, especially if you own Tingyun and plan on using her with people like Jing, Yuan, Kafka, or other DPS. Another thing I want to mention is that there were doubters on the last video that I was trying to tell them you shouldn't run attack percent. Most of you guys understood the concept. Some of them were just doubting. I don't know, maybe their brains are tiny or maybe they're just skeptical by nature. Whatever the case may be, this video is going to seal that shit and drive the point home without a shadow of a doubt. This video will leave you with no doubt as to why you shouldn't overload attack percent on Tingyun. If you think I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. Your brain is too tiny to comprehend what you're seeing on the screen. With all due respect, this is mathematical equations with definitive answers. There are no, math is definitive. This is right and you're wrong, period. Now, the other reason I made this video is because I want people to see how strong Tingyun is at level 80, mid-maxed with good gear. So you can see that her basic attack does not suck. It's way better than you thought it was. And just like I stated in my Jing Yuan video, you can't be out here telling people that characters suck when we're at level 60. We're not even in the end game. You don't even have good gear. All your gear is garbage. There's a number of valuable things I'm about to provide in this banger video. Trust me, you want to stick around, big fella. But we have a lot to cover because I have to prove to these morons that I'm not talking out my ass and that I did my due diligence. And in order to prove that, I got to show a couple of things. But again, we're going to show you exactly how her stuff works, how her multipliers work, her talent, her skill. We're then going to show you how strong she is at level 80. We're going to show you how valuable she is with Jing Yuan. There's a lot to talk about. Let's get started. And those who used to watch my Genshin theory crafting, y'all know good and well, once I'm done with this video, we're going to tell their ass to get in the back with Amber, Chi-Chi, and Daya. All of them. Get in the back. Yes, we're going to say it probably about 3-4 times. All right, so starting off with Tingyun's talent. So her talent literally says that the ally with benediction immediately deals additional lightning damage equal to 36% of that ally's attack to the same enemy. Now this is my Tingyun inside of the game. She's level 3 with her talent. So the multiplier is 36%. I have recorded footage to show you guys this as well. No worries. Now, her talent scales with the target's total attack. Whoever receives the benediction buff, whatever their total attack is going to get put inside of the damage formula. It's not their base attack. Her talent scales with target's crit damage, lightning damage bonuses, and damage bonuses. This last part is what I want you to be sure of. Damage bonuses means damage bonus that literally affects your entire kit. Wind damage bonus or any other elemental damage bonus is not going to go into the multiplier of this formula. Crit damage of the character that receives the benediction buff, lightning damage if they have it, and then flat out damage bonuses that just affect your kit all around. Since it deals lightning damage right over here, lightning characters are going to have more value with Tingyun. It's going to make her auto stronger because they have multipliers that are going to enhance this effect. If you're using Tingyun with a Dan Heng, which I have an example in here, his wind elemental damage bonuses, and since he's a wind character, you're going to lose a little bit of value on your auto attacks because she is dealing lightning damage with her talent. She's making him deal lightning damage with her talent. So you get more value when you use her with Jing Yuan and Kafka and other lightning DPSs because they already have lightning damage bonuses put into their kit. Finally, this is a little nitpick that I'll show inside of some footage. There's a hidden 0.5% multiplier at level 6 skill and probably at other little levels, but I particularly noticed this because when I did my math trying to discover the benediction buff that Dan Heng got, I was 4 points off and I was like, what the hell, why am I 4 points off? And then I came to discover that there is a 0.5% hidden multiplier at level 6. This says 37.5%. That's the true multiplier. But if you go look inside of the game, it only says 37%. It doesn't show the 5. And that's because for whatever reason, Hoyoverse just doesn't like showing anything within the decimal points inside of their multipliers. So there's a lot of hidden little 0.5, 0.3s here that you won't see in game, but they are calculated in game. And that's a bit confusing. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the first scenario. It's going to be Jing Yuan. Okay, this is a Jing Yuan test. First and foremost, I screenshotted the auto attack that she did. There's 3 numbers on the screen. There's 1174, there's 604, and then there's 879. Now I thought this was interesting, but if you literally add up all three of these numbers, it's not 2,659, it's 2,657. So let's go ahead and pull out our trusty calculator real quick. 1174 plus 604, and then there's an 879 right there in the back, plus 879. We got 2,657, but the game says 2,659. So there's sometimes, man, there's just the babyest amounts of bugs within the game. What happened here is that this is supposed to be 880. Based on my calculations, it's 879 in game though. So this is another one of those hidden decimals that they don't reveal, and that's the problem. So there's just a little 2-point difference. It's not that big of a deal, but it was definitely worth pointing out. Now, right here is a screenshot of my Tingyun's attack. 703 plus 1,119 is going to give me 1,822. This 0.9 multiplier right here is my basic attack level. My basic attack level, I actually can't remember what it is. Might show it in game, but its multiplier is 0.9. Okay, so it's her attack times my base attack scaling multiplier, basically. Now right here is going to be all the damage bonuses that I have on my Tingyun that affect her basic attack. That I have these down here, by the way. 40% auto attack damage bonus. That comes from her trace. One of her innate trace abilities that you unlock will give you a 40% damage bonus. 10% from the from the Musketeer relic set. You get a 10% basic attack damage bonus when you rock the Musketeer set. Finally, I only have one of them unlocked right now, but it's a 3.2% lightning damage bonus that is also inside of her trace skill tree. So these are all the damage bonuses that I have on my Tingyun right now in game. So that's how we got this number right here. 53.2% in total is going to amount to these damage bonuses. Finally, her crit damage is right here, screenshot it, is 603, okay? And then this right here is just the defense multiplier. Defense multiplier is 50% if you're the same level as the mob, which I was the same level as the mob. I did that on purpose just to make the math easier to understand. Once you add all this up, you get 2014. 2014 though is assuming you crit struck with both of her little two-piece combo. When she does her auto attack, she does a pop pop. So it's 2 hits. If you crit strike on both 2 hits, it's gonna amount to 2014 damage in total. Now, funny thing is, only one of them landed a crit, the other one did not crit at all. So 377 was the one that landed a crit. How do we know? Just take 377 and multiply it times the crit damage, you'll get 604. 880 was the one that didn't crit. That's this little small number over here. So 1,256 is equate to non-crits. Now this is important to understand because I want you guys to realize that the 1174 is Jing Yuan's damage. Jing Yuan's damage is right here. I screenshotted it. 869 plus 826 is going to give you 2,695. Now the multiplier right here is going to be the multiplier of her talent that I just showed you in this previous footage. 36% because her talent's level 3. So take his total attack times 0.36 and then multiply it times his damage bonuses. He has 35.8% lightning damage bonuses. He gets a 10% from his relic set, and then I have 25% ish on his sphere. The sphere, what's it called? But basically that goes to 35.8. And finally, my boy has a 78.1 crit damage bonus. Booty cheeks, but hey, it's a work in progress. Now we throw in the defense multiplier, we get 1,173, and guess what? That's 1,174. Why am I doing this? Again, we had doubters. People out here trying to tell me that I don't know how to do no math and that, oh, that's not basic attack. Like, these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they thought I made a video with the same degree of understanding. No, I don't make mathematical videos unless I'm absolutely 110% certain that the math is popping. Anyways, Dan Heng scenario we're gonna go to after I show you the proof of everything I just showed you. Now this should be enough, but for whatever reason, these doubters, bro, they taking me to court in this bad boy. They need to see all the proof. I'm out here looking like Johnny Depp, goddammit. All right, buddies, let me put this up. Okay, so we got Jing Yuan testing right here. Yeah, I made sure to label it so that we can find these things pretty quickly. Okay, so here you go. 869 plus 1,826. This is my Jing Yuan. That's his crit damage right there. And now let's go to his damage bonus. Okay, so now we're about to go to his damage bonus. 35.8 right there. So if we come back here, you'll see 35.8 is the multiplier right here. Boys, I'm telling you, I would never try to okie doke you guys about this type of stuff. I'm somebody who likes to give very meticulous and definitive information. I hate misinformation. So I tried to give you guys the most proof possible to show you that I'm not pulling any of this out of my ass, man. This is stuff that I do because I want to know myself, and of course I want the community to learn together so that we know how to play the damn game. 1174, 879, 604. GG's. Let's go ahead and move on to Dan Heng. This confirmed to me, by the way, as you can see, it's important to know that her talent is better with lightning main DPS because they have lightning damage bonuses. So her talent and her auto attack gets stronger just by the mere presence of a lightning DPS. Whereas with somebody that's a different element, they don't have lightning damage bonuses. So her auto attacks are going to be much weaker when you're playing different classes that aren't a lightning element. Now, that's not to say that you can't use other classes. She still pops off with people. I love putting her with my Dan Heng. But it is important for you guys to know that there's value loss because she's not rocking herself next to a lightning person. Now, this is Dan Heng. There's three numbers up here, 377, 899, and there's a 1411 in the background. Remember what I told you guys, if you take this right here and multiply it times 603, you're gonna get that 1411. If you take 377, multiply it times that, you're gonna get 600 and something, but that didn't crit. So you can just see right there, 377, 377, 1411 is gonna be 880 times 1.603. Finally, we got the 899, the unknown variable for now. Now, my Tingyun has the same exact attack she did last time. Dan Heng, however, has 2,744 attacks, screenshot it right there. His crit damage is right here. 0.36 is the talent multiplier, and he doesn't have any lightning damage bonuses, nor does he have any damage bonus. Now, if she pops her ult, which does give a damage bonus, over to Dan Heng, and then I auto attack with her, he's actually gonna get that damage bonus put in here. I just wanted to let that be clarified, but I didn't pop her ult. So if you take this, you're gonna come up with 899, and look at that, boys, 899. That was a crit strike. So now you understand that she gets more value. This was just the proof. I just wanted to show you guys, I know my shit, bro. I don't be out here just talking out the ass, big fella. I be putting it in. I do my due diligence. Now we can get on to the important stuff. So let's talk about Tingyun at level 80. How strong and how good is she at level 80? The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is proving to people you don't need attack percent at all. Like, not even a little bit. Maybe you can take out the lightning sphere damage bonus that I suggested in my past video and swap it out for an attack percent, which, by the way, I said this in the last video too, but you do not need to be running no attack percent. And you also don't need to be running no survivability. Talking about she's squishy, she be dying. That sounds like a skill issue to me, but being a pussy. As in the words of my boy Asmongold, big dick damage all the time. Always go big dick damage. I'm a firm believer in that myself, my friend. We don't need no survivability. We need some more damage in this bad boy. Now, it's a little meathead, and I'm 50% serious, 50% playing, but seriously, guys, you don't need survivability. If you get into the end game, stack her with some health, and you're playing your cards right, she'll be just fine without it. But at the end of the day, play the game how you want to play. Don't take me too serious on that. If you do take me too serious on that, good lord, bro, I don't know how you're getting out in the real world today. All right. Tingyun at level 80, her base attack is 1058. That's 529.2 from her best in slot light cone, which is absolutely free to play, obtainable. I'm going to get this. This is her best in slot light cone. It's absolutely amazing. Coincidentally, at level 80, she also has a 529.2 base attack herself. So once you combine her base attack with the light cone's base attack, which again is coincidentally the same attack for whatever reason, you're going to get 1058.4 base attack on your Tingyun. Now, this is just a scenario I provided for you guys. Let's say you min-maxed her, and inside of your sub stats of the 6 relic pieces you have available to you, you got an average of 30%. I mean, you got 30% attack sub stat rolls. If you divide that by 6, bro, that's 5% average attack percent. That's very doable, especially because we're not rocking any main stat attack percentages. Now, gloves, level 5 gloves at level 15 is 353 flat attack. No questions asked. Boom. Let's assume we got a 50 flat attack in total over the span of the 6 relics that we have. Let's just assume we got 30% attack, 50 flat in our substats. And then finally this. Finally, we got relic set 1, which is our musketeer. That's 12% attack. And then we got relic set 2, which is the sphere set that gives you 12% attack boost, and then another 12% once you get above 120. That's this right here. Finally, from Tingyun's traces, she gets another 28% attack boost. Guys, I know this is a lot, but this is the best way for me to explain to you guys how all this works. Now we can go ahead and move on to the next tree. So we're gonna take all of those attack percent bonuses and we're gonna multiply them up so that you can see how much attack Tingyun will have at level 80. 10,058, which is her base attack with the light cone, times 0.94. That's all the attack percentages I just mentioned to you in the previous slide, plus the hands, and then plus the flat attack substat that you got. That's going to give us 2,455 attack. 2,455 times 0.27, which is right here. Remember, I explained this in my previous video. Her skill can only give the character up to 27% of her attack. This is a level 12, by the way. This is assuming that you have Tingyun at, I believe it's E3 you get this? It's either E3 or E5, I actually can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, 27% of Tingyun's current attack can only be transferred over to the other character. Doesn't matter what their attack is. If it's higher than 27% of her attack, she's not giving it to him. But let's just establish this. 27% of her attack with no attack percent boot or no attack percent mate stat whatsoever, 663 is what she's given to the other guy. That is a damn good amount of flat attack given to the person. And you're gonna see that here in a bit. Now, let's go to the next slideshow and let's look at my boy, Jing Yuan, the Giga Chat with the 3,168 attack without a speed boot and no benediction even included. The reason I put this in here, guys, is I'm not doing all that math over again for Jing Yuan. Just take my word for it, bro. I know my shit, all right? If you put him a good mid-max level 80 build on, he's gonna have 3,168 attack without an attack percent boot. He's gonna hover around somewhere in here, depending on what you have. Now, again, this is no benediction, too. That's important to consider. His base attack is going to be 1,280. This is including his signature light cone. And I chose his signature light cone because that's the highest attack value. And I wanted to drive the point home that even with the absolute most highest attack value for a character, the difference is going to be very marginal for what Tingyun can give you without any attack percent made stats versus them giving like their highest attack value possible. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, we take his 1280 and times it 0.55. These are all the attack percent. I'm sorry, this is not the attack percent. This is the benediction buff that she gets right here, 55%. So remember in my last video, I told you she can transfer over 27% of her max attack and they can receive up to 55% of their attack as long as it's within the threshold of her 27% attack. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just go and watch my literal most recent video prior to this one. Anyways, he's now able to receive 704 attack from her benediction buff. However, that's higher than the cap of her 27%. That's 663. But guys, do you see the deficit here? There's only a 41 attack difference. Do you think it's worth butchering your Tingyun's crit rate just so you could give him a 43 attack increase on 3,168 attack? No. If you give him this 43 and butcher your Tingyun's crit chance, all you're doing is giving him not even a single 1% increase. He's not even getting a single 1% increase in damage. It's not worth it. It's severe diminishing returns. So it's not even worth, even on the highest level, best light cone, good mid-max set, it's still not worth giving her attack percent. This literally proves it to you. If I put an attack percent boot on this man, this goes up to like 500 more attack. He's literally sitting at 3,700. So 3,700 attack. 43 ain't gonna make a difference, man. Marginal. The absolute most minuscule returns. Finally, you throw her benediction buff in there, and this man is sitting at over 4K. He's like 4,300 attack. That's why I put the chat. Man, bro, he a different man at level 80, bro. This is a different beast. I can already see people saying, "Can you do Jing Yuan next? Can you do Jing Yuan next?" Oh God, bro. Anyways, the final slideshow that I want to talk about, boys, and this should hopefully drive the point home for you guys. We ended up pushing past 20 minutes, but that's not too bad. What does Tingyun's auto attack look like at level 80? There were some people talking shit in the comment section trying to say she's not meant to deal damage. She ain't supposed to deal damage. She needs survivability. Ain't that something? I'm always gonna that's like my goofy ass voice. Like, you goofy as hell, bro. Anyways, 2,455 is gonna be her attack times 1.3. By the way, this is literally her level 9 base attack multiplier. times the damage bonuses that she has. All of the damage bonuses that she receives is down here. Okay, so you can see that's how I came up with this number. Finally, good mid-max crit damage in her substats. She's getting an extra 50% crit damage just from substats. So that's 120% crit damage. That's this number right here. Defense multiplier, you're gonna get 6,908. The final thing I forgot to address is there's 2 more multipliers if you're going up against enemies who aren't susceptible to the element that you're using. She's a lightning element, right? So if you're going up against lightning characters, this is gonna be the defense multiplier, people who are weak to lightning. If you're going up against people who aren't weak to lightning, this is what it's gonna look like down here. You're gonna have 0.8 and 0.9. This 0.8 is gonna be, they have a 20% resistance to the lightning element because they're not weak to the lightning element. And that's generally most of the monsters in the game. Finally, this right here is gonna be their toughness bar. If they have on a toughness bar and they're not, like you haven't broken their shield, there's another damage reduction right here. So you break their shield, you don't have to deal with neither one of these. I did think that was worth mentioning. Anyways, she's doing 6,908 damage, guys. Now, how much damage is the person who she gave the benediction buff to, aka Jing Yuan? How much is he doing on top of her damage? 6,026 damage. When you add that up, boys, that's 12,934 per auto attack crit damage. And she's a fast goddamn demon who attacks twice in one turn. So you can look at her doing 25,000 damage per cycle. And y'all out here talking about she ain't doing no damage. You want to know what's crazy? I didn't even consider Asta in this. Asta can give another 45% damage bonus to both of them. Y'all know this as well as I do. If they're weak to the fire element or if there's a lot of people out on the field, Asta will give another 45% damage bonus. And guess what? That will bump this up over 8K, bump his up over 8K. And now she's doing 16,000 damage per auto attack. And y'all out here talking about she ain't doing no work. Fuck out of here, bro. She's doing all the work. So my point is, she's not meant to just have attack percent. I hopefully drove this point home as vividly clear as I could. And if I didn't, well, you just have a tiny brain, bro. There's nothing else for me to talk about. And the last thing I need to mention is if you think this ain't accurate after everything I just showed you, you are literally just a hater. There's nothing else I can say. You're just a hater at this point, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, man? But anyways, guys, that's it. Wrap it up. Is there anything to take away from this? You know what? There was one thing I forgot. I will say this, and this is what I said in the last video. If you were to switch out her lightning damage bonus sphere for an attack percent boost, the damage would be very marginal. Meaning attack percent getting swapped out for this right here, it literally will, this will look like 6,500. So it's like a 500 damage difference. So in essence, for her sphere, you can truly run lightning damage or attack percent. You don't have to run lightning damage bonus. If you run attack percent, she still pops off pretty much same damage. 500 difference ain't that big of a deal. So I just wanted to let you know on that one too as well, just because I forgot to mention it. But yeah, y'all take care, man. There's probably some more information that I forgot, but I don't script, so we always end up forgetting something. I'm sure I'll see it in the comment section. Y'all take care, man, and I'll catch you on the flip side.